Today I am taking unit number 3 in professional development, that is self-learning. Self-learning, before starting this unit, I have to explain you what is the difference between learning and teaching. Teaching is a unilateral type of activity in which teacher teaches the student and there is no mutual talks between the student and teacher. Teacher only deliver the lecture or solve the problem whatever he take according to syllabus. But when we talk about learning, learning is a bilateral procedure in which teachers and the student have interaction. Learning is not only depend only on the teachers, but also the student can learn from so many medias. Nowadays, people are learning many things from internet and other facilities available. There are so many video lectures are there on different subjects. Students are learning from that. So learning is a bilateral procedure in which communication may be there or may not be there, but student can learn the things either from the media available in form of internet or in form of books. So self-learning is a process in which student learn any subject by getting its literature from books or any media. So learning is a bilateral procedure. Suppose you want to learn some skill, then teacher will be there, he will instruct you or he will give the experience of that work on the machine or on that skill on which you are working. So when you work, then the role of the teacher is minimum and your role is the maximum. Means the student role is maximum in learning because he has to learn. Teacher only give hint or guidelines for any type of work or any type of learning procedure. So in learning, when according to unit we learn that student will be able to identify self-learning needs for completing the given task. Now this is the first outcome from the learning, that learning outcome is the student will be able to learn self for meeting out or completing the given task. Now suppose you are given with a task to perform, then you have to learn the things by yourself. That task is to be managed by yourself, and when you manage this task by yourself, then you have to proceed in a proper way. First you understand what is the task. When you understand task, what is the task, you define the task. After that, necessary items or material required to complete that task, you list out that. Then you understand the procedure, how to complete or how to start that task and how to complete that task. So this will be a self-learning in which person will apply, means student will apply his own efforts to learn everything. Teachers is only there for guidance, not for the complete task. He will only give some points on which you have to work. And this self-learning, the resources you have to manage yourself. Resources are available, as I have told you, books or internet. Today there is a very good facility of internet is there on any subject. If you want any type of knowledge, then you open either your YouTube or your Google, you will search the things and you can do that work according to that particular information given. Now there is a one thing more in which I say that knowledge and information there is a different thing. People say he has very much knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but he has lot of information. Information is different thing. Information can be obtained from any types of media, but knowledge cannot be obtained from any type of media. Knowledge is only given by a teacher, or knowledge is given by a guru. So knowledge is that thing in which you will understand how to solve the problem or how to take proper decision at proper time. That is knowledge. Otherwise, whatever type of knowledge said by the peoples that he has a lot of knowledge, it is not knowledge, it is only information he has got from the number of sources, and on those information he has that memorized in his mind, and he is having the answer of all the things. What the Google is doing, he has compiled number of information on different subjects and fill up in a memory, and whenever you want you put the name of the subject and you will get the answer of that. So this is not the knowledge, it is only information. But when we go for learning, then learning derive or deliver you the knowledge, that knowledge of fulfilling a task. Task may be any type. Task may be a task of doing some work, task may be managing some event, task may be to perform a practical, task may be for manufacturing of any product. So task have a very wide term in which you can have the number of procedures, and this procedure are learned by you by only the resources which are available with you. So learning outcome for any task, it depends on your knowledge which is available from different resources. Now learning content, that learning is lifelong learning, its example, self-directed learning, its example, important step in lifelong learning, and identification of learning needs. Now these are the points given in the unit number 3, in which we have to discuss point one by one. First, lifelong learning. Lifelong learning means what? Every person from his childhood, he start learning the things from surrounding. छोटा बच्चा रहता है, उसको चलना कोई नहीं सिखाता, वो खुद सीख जाता है. आपने जब साइकिल चलाना सीखी होगी तो आपने खुद ने सीखी होगी. तो ये सेल्फ लर्निंग है, सेल्फ लर्निंग फ्रॉम द एनवायरनमेंट और सराउंडिंग. So whole life peoples will learn something from different peoples. It is not necessary that you learn from your elders only. You can learn from your juniors also, or the peoples who are less in your in age compared to you, they can also give some learning to you. So our surrounding, we can learn from the environment, we learn from the nature activities. So lifelong learning means whole life till date, the person is living on this earth, is always learning the thing, something new, and whole life is a learning. So learning is a procedure which is never ending procedure. Every time, sometimes people feel that I know everything, but when something new come to him, then it will be disappointed कि अरे ये तो मेरे को मालूम ही नहीं था. So what this mean? It means that person in every part of his age or every part of his life, he is learning the things. Things are available in the universe, things are available in the nature, resources are available surrounding to you. You have to learn the things, and learning takes place only when you are having an objective. Objective of learning is that you have to solve some problem by learning. So learning is a bilateral process in which media is one side, information available in the books is one side, teacher's instruction is one side. That will only guide you, they will not teach you, they will not give a complete lecture or complete task solution for you, but they will give only hint for solution of that particular task, and whatever next step it is to be done by you. You have to solve the problem according to the situation. So lifelong learning is that in the whole life peoples go on learning. Examples I have given, that in every part of your life you learn the things. Every part of your life, in every age group you are learning. Now what you are learning, it depends on the situation. Situation oriented learning means some situation come and where you want to take the decision. If you have knowledge, then you will take right decision at right time. So learning is that whenever in any course of your life or any time in your life, whenever some new thing comes to you, you have to learn from that situation or that particular information which is available. So there will be a single role of the person himself, that he has to learn lifelong, and every people in the world, they are lifelong learning, whatever age they are possessed, but they have to in the form of learning in every age group. So learning is a continuous process in which you have to involve yourself, and whatever things you get, that you have to learn from the surroundings, from the nature, from the available resources, and you will get the solution of your problem or your task. So in every part of our life, in every age of our life, we are facing problem day to day, and in day to day problem, whatever solution we get, it is from our self understanding or self learning. So this is the lifelong learning. It is that the example of that. I am giving one mythological example of Mahabharata, that Arjun and Krishna. That was a Gita in which Arjun is a listener and Krishna was a teacher. So it was a not learning, it was only teaching. That one-sided conversation was there. Everything is given by Krishna to Arjun, and Arjun is only listening to the Krishna. So that was a teaching, and whatever 18 days war was there of Mahabharata, in that whatever teaching of Sri Krishna given to Arjun, it was followed by him. Second mythological example of learning is that in which Ashtavakra Gita is there, in which Ashtavakra and Janak, Raja Janak, they are having a conversation in between them. So that was a bilateral understanding of the problems or the questions of Janak, that is given to the Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra give the answer to that. Again, some question put by the Janak to Ashtavakra, and Ashtavakra again solve those questions, and their mutual conversation was there. So that was a learning between the two peoples, Ashtavakra and Janak. And in Gita of Krishna, it was only teaching. Teaching means one side. Only Sri Krishna was telling something to the Arjun for all the long 18 days time, and then the Mahabharata war started, and Arjun followed all the things. Arjun was so, we can say, understanding of Arjun is very slow. That's why the Krishna required so much time to explain the things to him. It is a teaching. So teaching always there, in which only one-sided conversation is there, means conversation, we can't say it conversation, in one-side delivery of the information to the other person. But in learning, the both persons are active. That I give the example of Ashtavakra Gita. Now come to our point, that whenever we have a lifelong learning, in lifelong learning, every day we are learning something new. Whether we are notice it or not, it is different thing. But every day we are learning something new. This world is changing every second. Our body is also changing every second. there is thousands of cells manufactured or generate dairy in our body, and thousands of cells are dying in our body. So every day we are dying, every day we are living, we are having this type of activity on every day in our body. So naturally whole nature, it is also having same thing. There is a no event or no any particular unit of time is repeated. Every time you are seeing that something go on changing. So situation oriented learning is that whenever you are getting any such type of problem or any type of problem in which you are apply your mind and try to learn the things, and according to that you will get the solution of that. So this is the lifelong learning. With example I have told you that example is that ki whatever situation occur in your life, you have to learn the things. It is simple thing. So situation oriented learning, it is automatically come in your mind that at this step or this particular task, what step I have to take to solve this. And this is not given by any guide or any person to you, but your own thoughts, your own thinking, your own learning from the examples you are observe from the nature, from the surrounding. Automatically you will learn the things. So if suppose climbing on a tree, you don't know climbing on a tree, but if you see the person, some person who is climbing on a tree, so you just judge his steps, how he is climbing on the tree. So if you want to learn the climbing on a tree, so naturally you just observe the person who is already climbing on the tree. Similarly, if you want to learn the swimming, so naturally you have to go to some swimming pool. And here of course there are coaches are there, they will teach you, but first step you have to take, that you have to go inside that water. Until unless you are not going into the water, you cannot learn the swimming. The coach will of course give you technique of swimming, but first step you have to take. So lifelong long learning means in every age group or in every age we are learning something which is we get as a problem in our life, and to solve that problem we have to learn the things accordingly. And this learning, it is obtained from the nature, from the surrounding, from the sources or resources available surrounding to you. And your mind application is an important part for this type of self learning. Here nobody will guide you, you have to learn yourself. So sometimes in classroom also teacher says, he explain the theory and giving some numerical problem and say that you solve yourself. When you solve yourself that problem, theory you know, so according to whatever theory you have got in the classroom, according to that you will try to solve the numerical problem. So numerical problem when you solve, it is a self learning, because application of formula, application of methods, you have got its knowledge from the teacher. But when you go for this particular activity, then it is said to be the learning from that particular problem which you are solving. So in day to day life we are having number of problems. Every set of problem give the new challenge to you, and whenever new challenge come to you, you have to solve the problem according to your self learning. So whole life we are having a learning process. Secondly, self learning, directed self learning. How directed self learning? It is again a point that it is situation oriented. Directed self learning means, if I have given to a group of students some task and say you solve yourself, then we have given solve yourself, then student will apply his own mind to learn the things that how this work can be done. Suppose a simple problem is there, suppose shifting is there, some heavy article, or suppose a transformer is to be put on the plinth or on the foundation. This is a one activity. Now some people have given this job to a group of the student or group of the person, how to put a transformer on a foundation. So this is learning how to be done. It is not taught in the theory में ये पढ़ाया नहीं है. Theory में only the procedure they have said कि this type of work you can do in this way, but when you go for actual putting up this transformer on platform or any foundation, then what type of techniques you will be involved, or you will be take the help of techniques that will coming under the directing of learning. So you learn how to put a transformer on the foundation. So whatever the methods you understand or you learn or your teacher have taught during the course of installation maintenance, you will apply those techniques in the practical life whenever you are directed for learning the things that how to keep a transformer on the foundation. So you will require a spirit level for leveling, then lifting you require certain equipment like cranes or chain pulley block. Depending upon weight of the transformer, you select the type of tools and plants required to you. So this type of all things decision you take yourself because you are having a learning approach for that work. Okay, only if you are having a theoretical approach, then this work cannot be done. It is only done when you are having a learning approach, that you have learned, you have seen this particular of activities or a particular type of action of putting of transformer on a foundation, somewhere you have seen. So you apply the same technique for your work also. So this is also learning ultimately from the surrounding, that from the places where this type of work is going on, you just go and see, observe it, and according to that you start the things. So this is called directing of the self learning, which is direction you can obtain from the different places where the similar type of work is going on, and according to you are also copy that particular activities. Now important steps in lifelong learning. What is the important steps? First step is that you always vigilant to observe the activity surrounding you. First thing, you always vigilant to observe every activity happens around you, and from that you get whatever activity of your choice or your use that you can pick up from that particular activity. So this is the first step, that you should be mentally present in the place where you are standing, where you are seeing, where you are observing the thing. This is the first step. Second step of self learning, that if some problem is there which you want to solve, then you get first its definition, that what we have to perform. When you know the task, its definition, what to do, then you will come to find out in the third stage, that you will find out the resources of performing that particular work, how you can perform. So this thing can be obtained from the available resources in form of information from the books, from the internet, or from any other media. Okay, you can sometime ask also to the senior people who are already have done that type of work, so you can get the guideline from them, but it is only learning from the senior people because they have lot of experience in that particular type of things. So sometimes learning are very typical, which is not followed the simple rule of our daily life or simple rule of our technology, in which we have to take something or some decision out of way of the things which is to be done by us. If you go everything by rule or everything by the guideline from the theoretical approach, then many times you will not be able to solve a complete problems according to the guideline given to you from a particular theoretical approach. So many times in the practical field, you have to take the decision that if this work is not can be done by this approach of theory, then what I can apply in different way so that this work can be done. So this is the learning by the situation oriented learning, in which situation compel you to learn the things and do the work according to that. So this is the third point in that, important steps in lifelong learning. Then identification of learning needs. Now identification of learning needs means what? Learning needs को identify करना. So identification is totally based on your problem. If you have some problem, for solution of that you have to learn something. So identification is only that when you get any problem in your life, you identify that problem and what are the solution to get that particular task fulfill its net result or end result. So for that you always think that what are the problems, and according to the situation you have to take the decision for the need. So need is that ultimately need in every part of life is to solve the problem. It is the need that whatever type of problem come in your life, as I have told you, our in daily life we are getting some problem in our daily life. So in daily life, when you want to solve the problem, it is the need of learning. Ultimately you learn from somewhere or some resource and apply those resource for solution of that problem. So whenever this type of application is there, in that you will successfully complete that job or that work which is need oriented. So need oriented means if you want to manage something, you have to execute something, then this is the need of that time, and for that need what is the learning required, then you again go for the resources. Resources, either the books, either the information from other sources, or you can also get information or guideline from your seniors or the elder person who have already passed through that particular phase of the life. So naturally in our domestic life or our social life, we always give importance to our elders, fathers, grandfathers, grandfather के father, जो भी available है. In many problem, in day to day problem in social life, we ask the problem to or discuss the problem to our elders. Why? Because they people are experienced, they have passed through that particular phase of the life from where you are now passing. So definitely they will suggest you a proper guideline, and according to that need you will fulfill the work of that particular day or that particular task you will solve according to that. So it is necessary in our Indian culture that we should respect to our elders, father, grandfather or other relatives of the similar age. We always pay respect to them because we get some experience from their experience. Their experience of the life teach you number of things in time, so that your day-to-day problem in your life, whether it is a social problem, economical problem, technical problem and any type of other general problem, when we get this need of that solution of the problem, so we consult with our elders, and elders will suggest you the things which are proper for you, and according to that you follow the things and got work done. So this particular topic or the article number 3, in which we understand self-learning. So self-learning, it is a bilateral process in which you get the learning resources in form of any particular things. एक simple example है, we are watching TV cricket match on the TV. So even a housewife, he don't know about anything about the cricket game, but when she watch the TV, then she understand what is the googly ball, what is the bouncer, what is the yorker, what is the mid on, what is the mid off, what is the long on, छक्का किसे बोलते हैं, चौका किसे बोलते हैं, ये कुछ नहीं मालूम उसको, लेकिन ओनली बाय learning from or watching from the TV, he know every activity of the cricket known to him or her, sorry, her approach for only that is by watching the TV, she can understand every activity of the cricket match. Similarly, any type of new game is there, if you want to learn from the game. So it is also one of the process that you can learn from the game for planning of any activity, and how the leadership will be there. Yeah, already I have given in leadership problem. So you can learn the things from that particular media. Media is available here. We can take a media of television. In television, we are getting a day-to-day number of types of serials are coming, social basis or political basis or economical basis or crime basis. So we are learning the things in our life from this surrounding. So whenever any type of need is there, according to that need, you have to get the knowledge from the resource available with you, and according to that you will solve the problem. So in learning need, learning, as I have told you, it is a bilateral activity in which you and resource, I am not here talking about the only teacher is the resource you can get, any one resource can be obtained from the nature, either from surrounding, from your elders, from your situations. These are all the things which we teach you or learn you, not teach you, we learn you. So you learn the things and do the task. So this is the total points on article number or point number 3, in which the learning outcome we have to see for this particular article, that lifelong learning or learning process or learning needs. So these are the points I have discussed. If you have any question on that, then you can ask me on the number I have given to my students, all WhatsApp number on which you can ask. But learning is a complete process in which you have to involve yourself, and most of the learning we just get from our historical things available with us. There are mythological events or number of stories, we can learn from the stories also. एक स्टोरी हम बचपन में पढ़ते थे, वो सुदर्शन द्वारा लिखी गई थी, बाबा भारती की, आपने ही पढ़ी होगी. उसमें खड़क सिंह डाकू जब उनका घोड़ा लेता है तो वहाँ पे एक लर्निंग रहती है. वो बाबा भारती अपना घोड़ा दे तो देते हैं खड़क सिंह डाकू को, लेकिन जिस तरह से वो उस घोड़े को लेता है, उसके लिए बाबा भारती उसको बोलते हैं कि ये मेरे साथ तो तुमने ये करा है, लेकिन किसी और के साथ इस तरह की हरकत मत करना, नहीं तो लोगों का, गरीबों से विश्वास हट जाएगा. अब देखो, एक सिंपल सी स्टोरी है, बट दिस स्टोरी इज ऑल्सो गिविंग ए learning to you. Is to get the work done, you don't take any such type of step due to which beliefs of the person on the humanity will be vanished or will be void. So this type of we can also learn in our life from many stories in life. So पंचतंत्र की कहानियाँ है, ये आपको भी बचपन में आपने पढ़ी होगी. इससे भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हमने सीखी है और भविष्य के लिए सीखी है. और भविष्य में भी अगर हम जब भी पंचतंत्र की कहानियाँ पढ़ते हैं तो अपने को भविष्य के लिए भी बहुत सारी गाइडलाइन उससे मिलती है. आज भी एक पत्रिका आती है चंदा मामा, जिसमें हम बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हैं. उस पर्टिकुलर बुक में आज भी जो स्टोरीज आती है, जैसे विक्रम बेताल की आती है, उसमें हमने बहुत सारी चीज़ पढ़ी है. बेताल 25 पढ़ी है, उसमें भी लर्निंग की बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं. So in daily to daily life, whatever need is required according to situation, if you remember those stories of what example I have given, so you can learn many things from that, and you can get idea to solve this type of problem from that particular story. So this is all for today. Next time we will discuss another article or the further article on this. So if you have any problem, then you can have a discussion with you, or you can communicate with me. Thank you very much.